Here we go then, round number 7 of the Intelligent Money British GT Championship, the first of 2 races here from Oulton Park. It is Kelvin Fletcher on pole position, Kevin Say alongside him. When the red lights go out, we will be away and racing. Down to Old Hall Corner they go. So important to try and get into this corner first, and it looks like it will be the Bentley that does so. Second place for Shea, third place is side by side still, whilst in GT4, Matt Topham trying to fend off Will Burns, who goes right round the outside in the championship leading BMW. They're still side by side then for the GT4 lead as they make their way down to Cascades, and Burns has done it. Trying to follow him through there was Will Moore in the Academy Mustang. Couldn't quite do it through Cascades though. So already the BMW leads the GT4 ranks as they head now towards Island Bend.
Michael Igoe got roughed up a little bit on the outside at Old Hall on that opening lap of the race. He's done a good job of recovering. He's still there in 4th place. Look as the cars go through Shell for the first time, but Kelvin Fletcher getting away. Now Kevin Say, the Machitski driver, is second, and that's one of the McLarens heading into the gravel and out the other side. Drama then for Harry Hayek right at the start of the race. He's got away with that, but have a look at what's going on in GT3 right now. So Kelvin Fletcher leads the way from pole, and Kevin Say, the Machitski driver, new to the circuit, learning about this all the time in the Ram Racing McLaren. He's the cork in the bottle, isn't he, at the moment, because he's got them all stacked up behind. He's doing a ripper job, don't get me wrong, but Kelvin Fletcher is making hay.
Kelvin was 3.5 tenths quicker than him in qualifying yesterday as well, so Kelvin has the experience, admittedly not in this car, but he knows the circuit better than Kevin, and had the pace advantage in qualifying yesterday afternoon. You can see the car gods with Sicily Motorsport Mercedes there of Dave Whitmore. That's made some ground up. It started second to last in the GT4 field. It's gained at least 3 spots from there as the leader, singular, heads towards Lodge Corner with a big gap here, well over a second already for Kelvin Fletcher. The rest of the field streaming through. Interestingly there, in the middle of that pack are Leo Machitski and Ian Loggie, aren't they? 2 of our championship rivals, just 6.5 points between those 2 cars, and they're nose to tail at the end of lap 1.
So Kelvin Fletcher leading by 1.6 seconds. That was the point I was making around that first lap. He knows the circuit so much better than Kevin Say, and nobody else can get past him at the moment for that second spot. So Kelvin Fletcher here can just keep on pushing while everybody else has to try to find a way past Kevin Say. Now Morgan Tilbrook runs third. He's not the most experienced of drivers, so you need to be looking really at a Neary or a Machitski or a Loggie that have done a lot more miles around here, but at the moment they just can't get through the traffic. So Kelvin Fletcher here has got an absolutely golden opportunity to build a race lead. You can see Igoe and Neary are squabbling. Richard Neary trying to get himself up through the traffic, but this is Michael Igoe's view. That is Morgan Tilbrook just up the road ahead.
And now that Kevin Say has got a bit of heat into the tyres, he's starting to get into the groove. He is getting away from Tilbrook, isn't he? So you're right, the fight is now for third. We're on board with Michael Igoe in 4th place for WPI Motorsport. And there is Michael Igoe's WPI Motorsport Lamborghini from the rear-facing camera atop the Enduro Motorsport McLaren. 3rd, 4th and 5th place then, absolutely together. Sam Neary there in the Mercedes, looming ominously with that new black livery in their mirrors.
Yeah, so Richard Neary then in that 5th place, Machitski 6th, Loggie 7th, Jones 8th, Ballon is 9th, Stuart Proctor is 10th, Andrew Howard is still 11th, so he's not really making progress yet through the GT3 ranks. It might be that he's still not happy with that car, might be that he's a little bit diffident after yesterday, but as long as he's in the pack, then that gives Johnny Adam a chance for the second part of the race, and I would still be surprised if we went through this without any form of interruption.
Yes, safety cars are a fairly common occurrence here, aren't they, at Oulton Park? But we shall wait and see. A clean start for now, at least, as the field starts to stretch its legs now. End of lap number 2. The first full flying lap then for Kelvin Fletcher is a 37.0. Decent effort that. He's got 1.9 seconds in hand over Say in 2nd place, with Morgan Tilbrook, who you ride on board with again, heading down to Cascades. This roller coaster ride, a big bump on the entrance there to the quick left-hander, and then they get fired out the other side, down past the lake, towards the fastest part of the circuit.
Do you know, I'd forgotten just how impressive GT cars are around Oulton Park. They are absolutely fantastic. And I promise you, the pictures you're getting tell you some of the story. We've got the advantage of looking out of the window on the pit straight down to Old Hall Corner, and they look mighty going through there as well. This is the look back, and there's damage as well there, look. So we've had a whack in the back there. Machitski's Lamborghini has been savaged rather by the Ram Racing Ian Loggie Mercedes. That ain't going to help.
Here's how it happened then, up through Shell, presumably. This is the left-hander at Ireland. There is Ian Loggie behind, who is later on the brakes. He is too late on the brakes and really does ram the Lamborghini out wide. No real damage done, and actually he didn't gain a position, but has that done anything underneath that bodywork to the Lamborghini?